Our top story tonight, former Senator Herb Kohl, who for decades championed the state of Wisconsin and the city of Milwaukee through his business, career, philanthropy, and public service, has died. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us tonight. I'm Jessa Breisbeck. Mr. Kohl's foundation confirmed he passed away after a brief illness at the age of 88. CBS 58's Adam Reif live in our newsroom tonight with Mr. Kohl's remarkable legacy. Adam?
Well, Jessup, the friends and colleagues we spoke with this evening struggled to point to one singular thing Herb Kohl will be remembered for, because he seemed to touch so many lives in so many ways. He owned the Bucks and kept them in Milwaukee, of course. He expanded his family's business empire and donated hundreds of millions of dollars to charitable causes. He also served his country in the Army Reserve and later the U.S. Senate. Herb Kohl advocated for his hometown of Milwaukee and the state as a whole for nearly all of his 88 years, according to those that knew him best.
You won't find many stories like this one.
Former Brewers owner and baseball commissioner Bud Cela guessed he and Kohl were friends for 82 years, going back to growing up together in Sherman Park.
I don't know that I've ever seen anybody devote themselves more to the welfare of the city and the state than Herb Kohl did.
Herb Kohl's career began in the family business, the Kohl's grocery stores, that he eventually expanded to a department store chain. In 1985, he bought the Milwaukee Bucks, promising to always keep the team in Milwaukee. Then in 1988, he shifted to public service.
I want to make sure our schools are second to none.
Launching a campaign for the U.S. Senate.
Herb Kohl, nobody's senator but yours.
He won and ultimately served 4 terms before retiring in 2012.
He was not in it for fame or glory or power. He was in it to serve the people he loved.
2 years later, in 2014, he sold the Bucks to a group of investors led by the Lasry family.
The senator was a giant and one of the greatest people and a force for good his entire life.
Kohl donated $100 million at the time to help build Fiserv Forum, again ensuring the Bucks would remain in Milwaukee. A championship soon followed.
Please give a round of applause for Senator Herb Kohl.
Throughout his life, Kohl donated millions of dollars to causes far and wide. He was one of the leading philanthropists in the country.
Herb will be remembered for his friendliness as well as his generosity.
And while the amounts were sometimes record-breaking, that's not what impressed those who worked with him.
It was, I think, the focus on what would make a lasting difference in people's lives.
Now, right now, there is no word on when funeral services will be held or what they will look like. And reaction to Herb Kohl's death continues to come in. We'll keep posting those online at CBS58.com. Jessup?
Yeah, the outpouring of admiration and love for this man since the announcement of his passing has been unbelievable, Adam. Is there any way to quantify the impact that Mr. Kohl had on our city, the city of Milwaukee?
Well, I suppose dollar amounts, though a lot of those gifts were anonymous or the amounts were not shared. But those grants and gifts, the totals are so high, it'd be impossible to add everything up. His friends today, however, shared the little impacts that meant so much to them. The quiet moments laughing at lunch or seeing Herb Kohl interact with children and families these last few years. His lifelong friend Bud Selig told me the city of Milwaukee is so lucky to have had him.
A lot of people sharing Mr. Selig's sentiments there for sure tonight, Adam. Thank you so much. There are, again, countless people and organizations releasing statements about Mr. Kohl's passing, including Governor Tony Evers saying, quote, "A Milwaukeean and Wisconsinite through and through, U.S. Senator Herb Kohl dedicated his life to serving our kids, our communities, our state, and our country." The Bucks releasing a statement saying, quote, "As the Bucks owner, he was steadfast in making sure his team remained in the city, and his generosity led to the building of Fiserv Forum, which is on Herb Kohl Way." They also said they will be holding a memorial for Mr. Kohl in the coming weeks.